Hi everyone, Akshita here. So I shot this video for all of you and it ended up being really long. So I had to cut it down basically into 4 parts, and that also meant I had to shoot these little segments so that I could explain what was going on and you didn't wonder why everything seemed so choppy and abrupt in some of them. Please don't pay attention to that. Know that the information is solid and I'm happy to share all of this with you. I just had to rework a few things in the editing phase. So this is part 1 of 4. Make sure you watch all 4 parts. I'll be posting them up as and when they're ready over this week. This part 1 includes information about how you can prepare your home and save yourself some money in the long run when you go out grocery shopping, when you prep and store food and things like that. I understand that some of the suggestions I've made in here require some investment upfront, possibly for some of you. If you're unable to do that, please don't worry. If you look at the other videos, you'll see that there are plenty opportunities and ideas and options for you to make sure you're cooking well and healthy on a budget without needing to buy these appliances. So please take a look and I hope you enjoy it. Hi everyone, my name is Akshita Nayak. My husband Greg and I own Alternative Roots Wellness Center. We're based in Essex Junction in Vermont. I'm a clinical nutritionist. I have a Master of Science degree in biochemistry and a Master of Science degree in applied clinical nutrition. Thank you so much for watching our videos, sharing it with your friends and family, and also subscribing it to our YouTube channel. If you haven't done it already, this would be a good time to do that so that you can stay updated on all the new videos and any other information that we post here. Now, as I mentioned in my last video, today I want to talk about nutrition or cooking on a budget. Now, I can use all the buzzwords about simple, quick, healthy meals, meal planning, and things like that. But if I don't give you practical tips that you can follow when you are out in the grocery stores, then I don't think I'm being very helpful. So today I'm going to give you some options and some ideas to keep in mind when you're out there shopping for your groceries, what you do when you bring them back home, how to prep and store them, and also a little bit about your approach to food and cooking and things like that. So definitely take a look and let me know if you need any more help. Now, before I get started with all of that, there is something that I would like to address. In an ideal world, all of us would have access to the best and most fresh groceries, produce, and everything like that. Well, in an ideal world, we also wouldn't be under quarantine at the moment. So we know that that's not the case. So I am making a few assumptions here. Access to a grocery store that you can go to anytime you need it, and appliances you can rely on, things like that. If these are unavailable to you, then please get in touch with me and I'll be happy to help you as much as I can to work around all of this to make sure you're doing the best that you can. So yes, please take a look and we will get started talking about some lifestyle changes, some shopping changes, as well as just, a few other tips for all of you to get the most bang for your buck. Okay, so first, let's talk about some lifestyle changes. So the first one there would be, yes, planning your meals as much as you can. I know this can sometimes seem really boring or like extra work, but it really does pay off at the end. Especially right now, I think planning meals makes sense because we are buying groceries for 10 days, 14 days, a big bunch at a time. So it is best if you know what you're going to be using everything that you're buying for, how you'll be using it, when you'll be using it, so you can store them accordingly. It'll help you make a list for the grocery stores, which is important, so you can get in and out very quickly over there. Now, you don't need to work down to saying that this is the exact recipe I'm going to make. Even if you just say, I'm going to roast some broccoli and I'm going to have some meat with it that I can grill or something if you eat meat. Even just that much information is enough. You don't need huge details. You just need to know when you'll be cooking the fruits, the vegetables, or the meat. The second point is it's best to sign up for your grocery store reward program. Again, it seems like you're just giving your information out to somebody who you really don't want them to have it, but you can really save on sales here. Sometimes they put out coupons and things like that. Even on their website, you can just take a look at that and plan accordingly by seeing what is on sale. And sometimes these sales are sort of cyclical. So you can also predict when the next sale is coming up for something you really like, and that way you can plan ahead. The third and fourth thing would be related to freezer space. So make friends with your freezer if you are able to. So can you buy extra produce and meats or anything else and freeze the extra, or can you cook more and freeze the cooked so that you have it available for whenever you don't have time and you're in a rush? That's one thing to think about. The other one is if you're able to invest in like a chest freezer. Of course, you need space in your house for this, and it will also increase your electric bills. So you just need to keep an eye on that as well. But it is something, if you are able, investing in an extra freezer can really help you save money in the long run. The next two things to keep in mind are about different types of cookers. Do you have a slow cooker? You can also do an Instant Pot. The Instant Pot is more expensive, but both of these can really help you plan your meals. You can have it set and ready and going while you have, other things happening in your house, so you don't have to pay attention to it all the time like you would if you were just cooking on the stove. So I think slow cookers and Instant Pots, either one that you can have at home, either one of those are very valuable. I'm Indian. I'm all about the pressure cooker. This is what I grew up with. My daughter is currently terrified of it. Hopefully that will change. But otherwise, this makes a huge difference in all the cooking I do with lentils and beans and legumes and tougher cuts of meat. Whenever we are cooking that, the pressure cooker really, really helps. So this is another investment. If you don't want to do a slow cooker or an Instant Pot, this would be the other thing I would recommend. Okay, the next bit would be about gardening. You can save seeds from your produce when you bring it home. These are butternut squash seeds that we took out. We washed them really well so that you got all the threads off of it. And then we dried it on a paper towel for a few days. And we've planted these in our house already, and I'll show you what they look like. And then of course you have things like, if you can grow your own tomatoes and herbs in little planters inside your house, on your deck, anywhere that gets a little sun, that can be really cost effective and delicious. So that's something you can certainly think of. The other one is, when you buy certain vegetables, you can actually grow more of your own if you just save some of the scraps. So like a leek, if you cut the edge off the end of the leek over here, and you can actually just put this in water for a few days, and you'll see that the roots grow. And once the roots grow, you can plant this. And again, we've done this, and I'll show you. This is, my daughter absolutely loved doing all of this with us. So it'll keep the kids entertained currently as well. Scallions too, you can do the same thing. You can already see there are roots here, but if you just cut these edges off and you put them in a little bit of water for a couple of days, the roots will grow longer, and then you can put them in a pot very easily and have them grow. And I will get what we have done at home so you guys can take a look at that. These are our big pots. These were the squash seeds. My daughter wanted to do 6 of them, and we thought, yeah, not all of them will grow, but all of them did. So now we're trying very hard to keep them alive before we have to put them in the ground. And then these are our scallions that we just cut the ends off and we planted after a few days when the roots grew longer. So they've been beautiful. We've been using them in our cooking. They're nice and fresh and really yummy. And then these are the leeks. Same thing, we cut the edges or the ends off, rooted them and put them in the soil, and they're doing absolutely fabulous. I can't wait to eat those. There's still a long way to go for them, I think. But these are very easy to do. We've just kept them near the sun, near a window, and they've just been doing this on their own. All we did was plant this. So you can grow your own produce at home so easily. And then another tip that really makes a difference is using cash instead of card. I think with cards we just swipe and don't always keep track of things. So I remember we used to have different envelopes for different envelopes of cash for different things during the month. And if we were running low in one envelope, we then had to look through and see what we could take out of to make sure we could still get everything that we needed. We might have to not go out 1 week or something like that, but it really gave us good visual cues and clues on how to manage our budget rather than just swiping a card and writing numbers down. Just having cash in the envelopes made a big difference for us. So that's also something you can keep in mind. These are some of the lifestyle changes you can think of. So there you have it, some ideas of what you can do to prep your home and yourself before you go out grocery shopping. To get ideas on what you can do once you're at the store, make sure you watch part 2 of this series. As always, I really thank you for your time. If you have any comments or suggestions for topics you would like me to cover, please don't forget to leave a comment here on our YouTube page. If you have questions, concerns, you can also contact me via Facebook page or our website. All the links are listed here. And as always, please don't forget to subscribe to this page so that you stay updated with everything. Thank you very much for your time. Be well.